Welcome to practice 8 of our interactive notes. So practice 8 is multiplying by two-digit numbers using an area model, pages 61 and 62. Alright, first thing we need to do is put on our heading our name, number, date, first and last in cursive. Okay, my number's pi. Remember to put the date you are actually working on these notes, not just the date I'm putting. Alright, our subject is math. So we're going through practicing our area model. First thing we're going to do is estimate. So let's see what our compatible numbers are. Are either one of these close to 25? If not, then we're going to round them. Neither one's close to 25, so I'm going to round each one to their largest place. The largest place is the tens place, so it's between 60 and 70, 70 and 80. Halfway in between is 65, halfway in between is 75. 62 is about here, so it's closer to 60. 71's about here, so it's closer to 70. 60 times 70. I have 2 placeholders, moves it over 2 places, because 10 times 10 is 100. So we move over to the hundreds place. 6 times 7 is 42. 1, 2, 3, comma. So we get our estimate is 4,200. Now if you notice, both of these actually went down. When they go in different directions, it's hard to tell, but since both of them went down, it's actually going to be a low estimate, but it should still be pretty close to this product. Alright, so let's make our area model. I'm going to make our rectangle. Okay, we need to break apart each of these numbers into their expanded forms. So we have 60 plus 2. We have 70 plus 1. So 60 plus 2, 70 plus 1. 60 plus 70, we have 2 zeros, moves it over 2 places. 6 times 7 is 42. 1, 2, 3, comma. So that we're doing that distributive property. Remember, that's our first. And then we're going to do our outside. 60 times 1 is 60. Then we're going to do our inside. 2 times 70, the placeholder moves it over a place. 2 times 7 is 14. And then we're going to do last. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay. If you haven't paused this to try it yourself, I really would encourage you to try it and then check your answer with me. So now we're going to write down all our partial products. Make sure we line up from the ones. We want to make sure we have all our ones together, all our tens together, all our hundreds together. Got to line up those place values. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2. Here we have 4 plus 6, that's a 10. I'm going to regroup above. So the 0 goes down here, and the 10 regroups because 10 tens is 100, so we need it to regroup to the hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4. Starting from the ones, 1, 2, 3, comma. Remember, comma on the paper, not on the computer. Is that close to our estimate? Yeah, it's only 202 off, and I knew this would be a little bit lower, so that is reasonable. The product is 4,402, and it is reasonable because it is close to my estimate of 4,200. All right, now the next two are estimating and our area model. You want to try on your own. So you'll pause the video and then come back and check your answer. So I'm going to look and see, is either one of these close to 25 as a compatible number? This one is close to 25. So that one I will have as 25, but the other one I'm going to round. So 26 is close to 25. Now if you rounded 26, that will also give you an estimate, and that is fine to do. This will just make it a little closer to our product. So 94 is between 90 and 100. Our halfway mark is 95. It's that midpoint. 94 is right here, close to the middle, but still it's closer to 90. So 90 times 25. Placeholder moves it over a place. And I'm thinking of 9 quarters. 9 quarters. Well, 8 quarters makes $2 or 200 cents. And 1 quarter makes 25 cents. So if I think of 9 quarters, that would be $2.25 or 225. Starting from our ones, 1, 2, 3, comma. So my estimate is 2,225. Or you could have gotten, if you rounded to the 30, you could have gotten 2,700. Either estimate works. The estimated product is 2,250. Okay, now I'm going to do the area model. I'm going to break these each apart. 90 plus 4 is 94, and 20 plus 6 is 26. So 94, 26. So 90 times 20, that first, for 2 placeholders, moves it over 2 places. 9 times 2 is 18. 1, 2, 3, comma. Now my outside, doing that distributive property, I have 1 placeholder, moves it over 1 place. 9 times 6 is 54. Okay, then I'm doing inside, placeholder moves it over a place. 4 times 2 is 8. And then last. So you make sure each part distributes to each part. 4 times 6 is 24. So now we line them up. always line it from the ones. We make sure that all our ones line up, tens line up, hundreds line up, thousands line up. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4. I see a 10. 10 plus 4 is 14, so the 4 goes down here, and the 10 regroups, because 10 tens is 100. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 5 is 14, so the 4 goes down here. I'm going to regroup above, because 10 hundredths is 1,000. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. 1, 2, 3, comma. Comma on the paper, not on the computer. Is this answer close to my estimate? Yeah, this is 194 off from mine. If you had rounded and had 2,700, then it would be 256 away, but still pretty close. The product is 2,444, and it is reasonable because it is close to my estimate of 2,250. All right, now on to the next side. Go ahead and turn over your page to the next side. Okay, so go ahead and pause, try your problem, and then check it with mine. So first I'm going to look and see, is either one of these close to 25? 27 is. So I'm going to use a compatible number of 25, and I'm going to round the other number. If you round both, that still works. Just showing you another option for estimating that may bring you a number closer to the actual product. So 60 and 70, because the largest place is the tens place. Our benchmark halfway point is 65. And this is 65. When it's exactly in the middle, we go up. So we have 70 times 25. Placeholder moves it over a place. And we think of 7 quarters. 4 quarters is $1. That makes 100 cents. 3 quarters is 75 cents. So 7 quarters is $1.75, or 175 cents. You could also count by 25s. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175. So here we have 1, 2, 3, comma. Now if you rounded, then you would have gotten 2,100. So that estimate also works. The estimate is 1,750. Okay, now our area model. I'm going to go ahead and break these apart into their expanded form. 60 plus 5, 20 plus 7, that's 60, 5, 27. So here we have 1, 2 placeholders, moves it over 1, 2 places. 6 times 2 is 12. 1, 2, 3, comma. So that's our first outside, because we're doing that distributive property here. Placeholder moves it over a place. 6 times 7 is 42. inside. 5 times 20, the placeholder moves it over a place. 5 times 2 is 10. So remember, 20 nickels makes 100 cents. And then last, 5 times 7 is 35. So we need to line up our numbers. We line up from the ones. If you notice when I write, like I'm going to write 420, I start in the hundreds place. But you can start from the ones place. Here I'm going to start here to make sure my hundreds, tens, and ones line up. Here I'm going to start in the tens place. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5. 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 3. Get a 5. 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 1 is 7. And then 1. 1, 2, 3, comma. That is very, very close to my estimate. So that is pretty close to my actual answer. Now, if you had the estimate of 2,100, it's still pretty close. So it is reasonable. The product is 1,755, and it is reasonable because it is close to my estimate of 1,750. All right, last one. Remember to pause it and try it yourself and then check back with me. So here, neither one of these is close to 25, so I'm going to round both of them to find my compatible number. So the first one is between 80 and 90. Next one is between 40 and 50. Halfway, midpoint benchmark there is 85. That midpoint benchmark here is 45. So 82 is about here. 48 is about here. So this is closer to 80. This is closer to 50. So 80 times 50. We have 1, 2 placeholders. We'll move it over 1, 2 places because 10 times 10 is 100, so we move over to the hundreds place. Each multiple of 10 moves us over a place to the left because each place is 10 times greater. 8 times 5 is 40. 1, 2, 3, comma. Okay, so the estimate is 4,000. Okay, now let's go ahead and get down our area model. Okay, this breaks apart into 80 plus 2. This breaks apart into 40 plus 8. So here 82, 48. Using that expanded form of each of these numbers. So that distributive property, remembering the acronym FOIL first, multiply the first two. I have 2 placeholders, moves it over 1, 2 places. 8 times 4 is 32. 1, 2, 3, comma. 80 times 8, so that's now outside. 1 placeholder moves it 1 place. 8 times 8 is 64. Then we're going to look inside. 2 times 40, the placeholder moves it over a place. 2 times 4 is 8. And then last, 2 times 8 is 16. Okay, so let's get our partial products down. We need to line them up. We always line up from the ones. Or when you're writing them down, just see what the largest place is and line it up at that place, and the rest should line up. As long as you're carefully writing those numbers. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6 is 6. 0 plus 4 plus 8, you get 12 plus 1 is 13. The 3 goes down here, and then 10 tens is 100, so I need to regroup. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 6 is 9, and then 3. 1, 2, 3, comma. Is that close to my estimate? Yeah, it's only 64 away. That's pretty close, so it is reasonable. The product is 3,936, and it is reasonable because it is close to my estimate of 4,000. All right, so that is the end of practice 8. Now you want to do some more practice, maybe on paper, Khan Academy, just to get more experience with this. And then you'll become experts at multiplying by 2-digit numbers. Thank you for joining me.